Welcome to Pokemon Masters Council. I'm your host, Gym Leader Justin. I got my brother in arms. Say what's up, Zero.
Hello, hello, hello.
We want to welcome y'all to our big Gen 9 Extravaganza event weekend. This is set guide number 2, how to use guides for Gen 9 Scarlet and Violet meta. We're going right down the line with all the starters. First we did grass, now we did fire. So today we have Skeledirge. So this is Fuecoco, Crocolore, and Skeledirge. So
Yes,
I like
yes,
the
yes.
name. Don't really get why he's a ghost. I guess because it's supposed to be a skull on his head.
I won't lie to you. I don't understand anything about this Pokemon. I don't know why it's the singer Pokemon. I don't know why it's a ghost.
Why does
but
they have
you know
music note like keyboard on his face? But hey,
Competitively, I'm still here for it.
competitively, it's legit. Competitively, he's actually pretty saucy. So
Yeah.
he's actually got like an amazing offensive dual typing, Zero. Fire and ghost type.
Yes.
He's Chandelure. Like, that's legit typing.
Mhm.
Not the best defensive typing, but it's actually not the worst either. It's not rock.
That's true. That's true.
He's got a really, really solid HP stat, doesn't he, buddy?
Yeah, yeah. It's in the hundreds. Which you don't see on a ghost very often.
Yeah, it's very, very powerful. Yeah, not only that, but also fire type. Like, normally fire types aren't super bulky. Like, I know it's a little bit kind of weird to say when we have Heatran, but he's
Right.
sort of a standout, right?
Yeah, he really is. It's the weakness to rocks will be the biggest thing for him and how you use him. But I mean,
But we have heavy duty boots. So yeah, 104 HP,
yep,
100 defense, 75 spec D. Not too shabby for a bulky mon. That's actually pretty beefy.
probably
And
one of the bulkiest ghosts we've had in this game ever. I think.
yeah, one of the bulkiest fire types we've ever had. That's really, really, really good. So, Skeledirge has some interesting moves, interesting stats. 110 special attack is actually really good. He's just as strong specially as the cat is physically. So, yeah, he's slow, but we assumed that when we saw him. Right? 66
Yeah.
speed. Gives it a leg up on other bulky Pokemon, at least, though.
Yeah,
Like, he's faster than a lot of other, like, in terms of like the tankier starters. He's actually he's faster than Incin.
yeah, and this like speed tier puts it above your traditional bulky Pokemon
Yes.
like Caparaja
That are
and
normally in like the 20s,
Ferrothorn.
30s, 40s, 50s, right?
Even maybe something like a max HP 55 base Pokemon, like you're outpacing those
Yep. Yep, like a
without
Bruiser
speed
Machamp.
investment. Right.
So in terms of abilities, Skeledirge, obviously fire starter. We've got Blaze. So Blaze, Overgrow, and Torrent, they're all the same thing for fire, grass, and water respectively. When the Pokemon drops to 1/3 of its maximum HP, so 33% health or less on the bar, Blaze will proc, and then you get a 50% boost to fire type moves, or grass or water respectively. So pretty legit, right?
Right, but what's the hidden
But, bro,
ability, sir?
This dude has a bonkers good tank ability. Unaware, Zero. Tell us about this move, or ability, excuse me.
So unaware makes you completely unaware of stat changes of opposing Pokemon. So if you're
And it's field wide.
yes, yeah. So if the opposing Meowscarada is +6 attack and hits you with Sucker Punch,
Uh-huh.
it's reduced back down to its neutral attack. So it's unboosted.
Yeah, so
So-
you can get rid of Swords Dance, you can get rid of Nasty Plots, Calm Minds, Bulk Ups, Belly Drums. You can get rid of all of that just by him being on the field. It's just like, yeah, like they're still there, but they don't count, basically.
Yeah.
So-
Anyone who played OU in Gen 8 knows all about Unaware Clefable.
Yeah, Unaware Clefable's the big one, right? So
Yep.
basically, it's only the moves that a target, like the Skeledirge himself or the Unaware Pokemon himself. So in
Yep.
VGC, if that person with the stat uses a move like Heat Wave, The heat wave that hits the ally is going to be still boosted. But the heat wave that hits the Skeledirge is going to be, maybe Surf would be a better example, but you get my point, right? Like, if they don't target you, it's not like their stats are just immune for the field. It's only when they target the Skeledirge. So it makes Skeledirge really durable, but it doesn't help his teammates as well. So just pointing out the double-edged sword of the mechanic.
Yep.
But yeah, so really, really S tier, right, bro?
Yeah, it's you never take Blaze.
Yeah, pretty much. Spoiler alert, Unaware's really good. So let's get on to these movesets. So what do we got first? We have basically like the big wall, the big super tank build. This is the full, like, my job is to be a tanky defensive Pokemon, utility Pokemon. Skeledirge. So we're going to do Unaware, Calm, or Sassy. So you could do negative speed if you're, doing some Trick Room shenanigans, and 0 speed IV. He's still slow enough where he could work. Otherwise, just Calm. Beneficial special defense nature. Max HP. And then some split defenses. More Spec D than physical, because we are going to be running the Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, I see you've got the Will-O-Wisp and Hex combo or Snarl. I like how you've covered both sides of your defenses by crippling the opponent's offenses from both sides. Yeah,
and so Torch Song, I'm gonna let you lead with this. Torch Song is just like we talked about with Masquerada. She gets Flower Trick. Right now, we don't know of any other pokes. Day one, we haven't seen it. Literally just came out, so we don't have all that info yet. But maybe if Future Justin, has that info and it shows up on screen, if any other pokes get it. But the point is, right now, this is the only guy that gets this new move. What do we got here? What's Torch Song do?
So, Torch Song is a fire-type move. It is an 80 base powered special attack, and it always boosts your own special attack.
By +1.
By +1.
So, 80 base is legit.
It is.
80 base is really legit with a 110 special attack. So, Torch Song, like you said, with the Will-O-Wisp and Hex combo, you have Stab Hex. It's now boosted because it's status. Will-O-Wisp makes you tankier on the physical defense side. Otherwise, you could do Snarl, which then makes you have Will-O-Wisp to help physically defense, and you have Snarl to help specially defense.
Yeah, and I like the slack off you've got there for that instant recovery.
Yeah, even with the nerf slack off, so it's down to only 5 PP from 10, which means with a PP maxed out, it can only be up to a maximum of 8 uses per battle.
Right. But his job isn't really to stall, so those slack offs are going to be used pretty sparingly.
Well, and it's just it's still really good to have 8 uses of healing a dude like this with Unaware. Really strong, right?
Yes.
So, the fact that he's mixed defenses, like, your results may vary. You could go max into one or the other. You could switch around your mixed defenses, so that one's a little bit of season to taste. Yeah. But it really keeps him bulky, mixed with Unaware. The fact that Torch Song always boosts is really strong. Will-O-Wisp and Hex combo strong because it's Stab Hex. And I think this is going to be like your day one. If you want to make this Croc a tank, this is how you do it.
Yeah, I like it.
So on to set number 2, 0.
All right.
I'm gonna let you take this one because this is it can work in VGC, but this looks like it's built around the 3v. This is built for 3v3.
Yes, 100%. So first thing you want to notice here is we're going to run Timid, not Modest. We're going to run Timid with the 250 speed, 252 speed, 252 special attack. We're maximizing speed here. This is the fastest Croc that he possibly could be.
Yep.
This is the one instance where Blaze can work. However, I still recommend Unaware.
Unaware is
you don't
great.
you don't want to be eating stab boosted Aqua Jets from things like
plus then you also get through
defenses.
Yep.
And then we're going to run Terra Fire here. So this is why we're running max speed, because we are going to go with here. We're going to go with the Terra Fire here to reduce some of our weaknesses and to maximize the fire damage. So I've got Torch Song, Fire Blast, Shadow Ball, and Earth Power. Choice Scarf with a Jolly maximum speed, because Torch Song and Terrifier will just kind of snowball with special attack boosts all the time. Super spammable, especially late game. And Fire Blast
just like instantly break through those walls, right? You
right,
get the
right.
double dip, and you could even in VGC you could do something like this with then also running because he gets Heat Wave.
Yes,
so then you
absolutely.
can do that in the sun. Like, there's a lot of potential combos here to stack up those fire and break through those walls.
I like Fire Blast the most because you are putting a lot of your investment into speed rather than special attack. So it's your best option for early wall breaking.
Yes.
And it's got a little bit of better accuracy than things like
and
Thunder.
Because you're already running Torch Song, you have a fire move with 100 accuracy.
Right. So this is, when it's early game and you want to deal out some really big damage, things haven't been weakened. Yep. Then you got Earth Power to hit those opposing fire types for super effective damage. If you're not going to be spamming Shadow Ball, which could be nice because you can get some special defense drops.
That's gonna be it for our basically like our offensive set. I really like this. Self boosting. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this next one, man. Tell us about it.
So this third set, this is the first thing that I saw when I saw the dude's stats. I was like, oh, AV. So
yeah,
I
think it's a great call.
Yeah. So we're gonna go either modest or quiet again, whether it's regular speed or Trick Room. If you want to lean into Trick Room, then you go quiet, which is negative speed, and you go 0 speed IVs. He could still work in a Trick Room. But for generic speed, we go modest, max HP, max special attack, the standard bruiser build. You dump that 4 into one of your defenses, and you're good to go. So we are, same as the last one, we actually are running double Fire Stab. We're running Torch Song, because it's just great. And then either in singles, you could run Heat Wave or Overheat.
Mm-hmm.
Or excuse me, in singles you run Fire Spin or Overheat. And then in doubles you could obviously make that your Heat Wave, so you get a good spread fire move. So you boost up with Torch Song and then spread Heat Wave, or maybe in the sun or something, right? So it's good to have double fire options there. Earth Power, Shadow Ball's great, but instead of Shadow Ball you could also run Snarl, so you could have that. Again, you're boosting your special defense even more. You won't have the Willow in this set, obviously, with the Assault Vest, but it is a really good option for double to have both Snarl and Heat Wave. No, it's not Stab, but it's still pretty legit. Snarl's great.
Yeah, I really like the AV plus Snarl combo to smother special attackers.
Yeah, because then you are able to help drop some stats, because like we said, the Unaware is only for you, not your ally.
Right.
So, pretty legit. Like, this is like your offensive tank. This is your bruiser tank. Your EVs could vary here, right, Zero? Like, you could actually do a set like this where you have more physical defense investment.
Absolutely. I think this is one of his more flexible sets.
Yeah, and like, because you're not Choice Scarf or Bandit or Specs, you can actually switch between moves every turn, so you can like boost up and then spread, or boost your special attack and then snarl, and then start boosting. Like, you have options, right?
Yeah, I really like the Fire Spin you put on here to kind of like trap passive defensive Pokemon, and then you can start setting up Torch Song boosts.
Well, because they, like, if somebody is trying to set up and you have and then you get your Unaware in, if they get greedy and just try to hit you that first turn instead of just instantly switching out, you get them with the Fire Spin, you trap them in there, and they can't, and they realize, oh man, that didn't do enough damage, and now they're trapped in here, and they're taking the, you know what I mean? That's sort of the idea behind that Fire Spin. And maybe that's more of a singles option, but yeah, I do think it's legit here.
Yeah.
Nice tanky Croc with Fire Spin can always potentially pop off. It's just nice to, and it's good chip, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Like, not only does it trap you, it's good chip. So, yeah, we take those. So
Justin,
what do you got for closing thoughts on this Croc? What do you think of him?
In my opinion, he falls short of the other two starters by a significant margin.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest, I think he is the weakest of the options competitively. He's got a great dual stab. And I don't think he really has a place at all in VGC. I think singles is where he's going to shine the most. What do you think?
I think he has a place in VGC, but it's tricky because of, like we talked about with the unaware and allies and stuff like that. I think it still can work because of unaware, but we're gonna have to do some playtesting to figure out like what type of set, what EV spread, what move set, like what do we actually use this dude as or for in that VGC to then use the unaware, or are we just trying to like kind of polish a turd, put lipstick on a pig? Do we just go to another unaware like Opar or Quagsire? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this is what in VGC, this will be a Pokemon that you have to build a couple pieces around rather than, normally you take the offensive Pokemon you want to use and then you build around that. I think this is
this is not like an Incineroar where you plug and play to any team.
Right. I think there'll be some sort of specific niche or whatever it may be. In it very possibly, that could happen. We could see it. But for me on paper, in knowing what I know about this Pokemon, I don't see it as much, but time will tell.
No, yeah, I think you're spot on. Like he's definitely, I think, the weakest of the three in terms of competitive viability.
Same,
but I do like him. I'm excited to try him. I'm excited to see him in game. Maybe I'll be a little bit more warm on him there. But yeah, Torch Song is pretty cool. I'm kind of honestly most excited to see if any other Pokemon get Torch Song.
Honestly, I hope not.
I would love to see Altaria get Torch Song because she's like the songbird dragon.
Oh yeah, so she's terrible. So I take it back. I'd like to see her get it. She needs a buff.
For getting a special attack buff with a fire move. Let's go. All right, we're out of here. Come back in a couple of hours around 4 p.m. We are going to have the last of the 3 starters, the Quaquaval. And as always for the PMC set guides, these are just a couple of ideas, not every idea that we came up with and not every idea that is possible. This is just supposed to whet the palate, get a little appetizer, get the blood flowing, get your brain juices going, and see what you can come up with this croc. Let us know down below what your favorite set to run with Skeledirge is or will be. What's the thing you like the most from this video? Any and all of the above. If you've stayed this long, make sure you hit that big red button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell to stay notified whenever we put up a new set guide for Scarlet and Violet. And until next time, I've been Gym Leader Justin.
And I'm Zero.
Council is adjourned.